We are so excited to be here with author Edward Hayes. He is the author of Crossing a Bridge Over Troubled Waters. Edward, tell us about this book.
All right. First of all, good morning, Stacey, and thanks for
Good
having me.
morning.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm excited. Crossing the Bridge Over Troubled Waters is actually my second book. And it's kind of like an extension of the first book, Spiritual Enlightenment. Crossing the Bridge Over Troubled Waters, if you look at the cover, I spent a lot of time with the collaboration of Christian Faith Publishers because if you look at the cover, it kind of like defines the epitomizes what the book is all about in terms of because all of us in our life, sometime or another, has gone through some type of adversity in our lives, and you have to cross that bridge to get to the other side. And like they said, to get to the other side of that adversity, sometimes you have to go through a lot of pain and this soul searching and whatnot to get to the other side. But when you do, I think you come out as a better person.
I love that. I love that. So, what was the main inspiration for this book?
My main inspiration for this book is a lot of the portrait itself is almost like an adaptation of my life history, of my life story. And it kind of like, I'm hoping it has like a she moment in there where you go, okay, I can identify with that. Or it initiate it or it invokes, I should say, it invokes dialogue. And you said, well, I agree or I don't agree with that narrative. And some of the feedback that I have gotten is that people say, well, it's lengthy, but like I'm trying to tell them is like, I guess it's kind of like a story that's told poetically. So I'm trying to say there's a beginning, a middle, and an ending. So I want you to like immerse, if you will, the reader into the story itself. Okay. So I want it to be a little bit more than just poetic. I want it to mean something. I want you to come away with, yeah, that aha moment. Yeah, okay, I agree with that. Or it was an extension of your experiences.
I love that. We all need some aha moments,
Yeah,
in our
yeah,
lives.
yes,
Uh,
exactly.
nobody ever promised us that life was going to be perfect, right? And so it's just a
Exactly.
matter of
Unfortunately.
God walking us through that and teaching us, things. So
Correct.
I resonate with what you're saying completely. And so is there any other message or anything else you'd like to, share with us about you, about the book, just about anything that our audience would like to hear?
Okay. What I'd like to share with the audience is I'm hoping that they actually will buy the book and read it and from cover to cover because it has a different genre for I think for each emotional segment in our lives. That connectivity from a spirituality perspective. Um, my belief in the creator of the universe, who I choose to call God, I think spirituality is missing right now in our society. And so you see all the pervasiveness that goes on in the world and all the backbiting and all the racial tension. Why can't we just be human beings again? Um, so it's really I think today we've converted back to that thing of called meism. I have to get mine. It's all about me, 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 me. So I like to end, if I may, with a short poem that I call self-indulgence, if I
Oh,
may.
please do. Oh, absolutely. Please
Okay.
do.
Okay. Society should be ashamed of itself for acting like we are mutation, the legacy of human cartilage passed down for generations. Sort of saying selling swampland to the masses like it's Monte Carlo, pretending to forgive mankind for their psychological disorders. In retrospective that keep our imagination in captivity, seem like humanity is hell-bent on escaping reality. Manipulated by the maddening crimes by the degrees of insanity, they're going to be held to pay for the non-believers. When man realizes that there's no way out of this life we're living except through our mortal sleep, the equalizer without equal. Running, going nowhere fast without planning, fighting with that monster from within, reflecting our foolish pride. Arguably, we are light years from reaching our destiny, and until that time, we cannot realize our full potential. Where love and peace prevail in a perfect utopia, and man puts aside his differences. Maybe this is man's greatest tragedy, redefining our vanity and remaining in denial. Perhaps this is the essence of life expectancy by replacing common decency with self-indulgence.
I love that. That is powerful. And you're right. Like I truly believe that the meism, I mean, that has taken over the world, the selfishness, the me. And so
Yes.
I love that your book, you know, turns that outwards. And what an amazing, powerful book. I recommend anyone who's going through a hard time or just anyone who just wants to learn more and just have those aha moments, you know, within themselves, to pick up this book, Crossing a Bridge Over Troubled Waters. It's available anywhere online that books are sold. And Edward, it is always a pleasure to talk to you. We hope to catch up to you soon and see
Yes,
how things are going. And we'd love to interview you again if you would come back on. And uh,
absolutely.
thank you for taking the time to talk to us today.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.